Hello,
Hope
everyone.
I'd like to start first.
Okay.
Just so you know, every week when we're about to go live, we have a really good, fun conversation. Sometimes an hour, sometimes more. But right when it's down to 6 or 5:59, whatever, I try to get these knuckleheads to be ready to go on time. And to troll me, they don't let it happen.
Never.
So
who's holding us up now, Lee?
it's me.
At 5:59,
Young
I
man.
just got home. Also, real
It's
quick,
me, young man.
whose name hasn't been changed in the Zoom overlay yet? Zoom.
That's me.
Oh damn!
Oh no, that wasn't you, Danny. That wasn't
No, it was
Danny.
specifically-
You had nothing wrong ever.
You're never wrong, Danny.
I can't
Danny,
believe
you're
April
perfect.
called out Danny like that.
Why are you
Damn, that's
doing
gonna be
this?
a beef. That's next year's beef. Okay.
Okay, let's do
She
it.
won't use any.
Welcome, everyone, to the That's How We Roll channel, a channel full of chaos and magic. Tonight, Misfits of Alseta, the season finale. Ooh. This
Why
is
so
a
spooky?
this is a D&D 5e actual play campaign, and all the lovely players in front of you will be playing level 9 characters and one level 8. Doodle 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 doodle. What does it mean?
He dropped 2 levels?
No, someone else is a level 8.
Who's a
I
level
never,
8?
I never, I
What?
never
Who the
mentioned
fuck is
it.
my character? Who's a level 8?
What?
Did I say?
What?
We'll find out. We'll find out
what
what
a
happens.
twist.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And before we get to know them, we have an announcement with Lee. Go ahead, Lee.
How am I supposed to go on after that?
Dude, right? Just drop
Like
a bomb
this.
that?
Hi, everybody. If you
Nice.
like idle games and you enjoy the Forgotten Realms, well, I mean, why aren't you already playing Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms? You probably are. And if you would like a free chest code to get an Electrum chest, well, all you need to do is type in gold lol unco, and you'll get a free Electrum chest. Once again, that is gold lol unco. So there you go. Enjoy. You can play with classic favorites like Minsk. You can play as characters from Baldur's Gate 3. And also you can play as one Hope LaVelle, Penelope Halfpint. That's me, and also me is Lee. Hi, I'm Lee. At Goldberg337 across the internet. You may have seen a cool pancake I made. It was very good. But also here I play David, the Circle of Stars Druid. Still bad at animals, though. Thanks. April, you're number 2.
I am number 2. Hi, I'm April. You can find me all over there as April Raygun. My pronouns are she, they. I play Nira, the Kobold Bard. Oh yeah, that's, and I have an announcement. I don't, next week, if you love things like my introductions, you'll be very excited to know that I will be DMing a very special Christmas one-shot, Kobold Family Christmas. And we all play kobolds! And to be more specific, Nira's family. So join us next week at the same time as I DM all these lovely people as my kobold siblings.
That's right. Danny and I are going to play twins.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for everyone.
Spoilers.
I'm fine with it.
Anyway, it's all good. Hey, everybody, my name is Jacob Plicque, Duval King Jacob all over the internet, so I use pronouns. And tonight, as per usual, I'll be playing Kotatar. He's a Githzerai Horizon Walker Ranger, also him. And he's real pretty and definitely not sad, mad, angry, or anything. Everything's fine. Didn't lose a level. Everything's good. We killed the Nightmare King. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. Inside check.
Hi, I'm Gold Lul Anko, and I'll be playing Idle Champions. Wait, no, hold on. I'm Daniel Denova, and I'll be playing San Leon, the barbarian rogue Dhampir. Damp? Well, I don't know. I am also on the socials under that said name, Daniel Denova, and my pronouns are he, him, she, her, they, them, because I'm fluid. Yes. Cool.
Fuck yeah, Fluid.
And now,
Fuck yeah, Fluid.
Wet.
I suppose that makes me next. Hello, I'm Dani Gage. You can find me at Bitterthorn on the internet. And I play Silva, the fire Genasi Warlock of this party. And yeah, I'm just chilling, sipping on some cranberry juice tonight.
Look
in
at
this
that
small
goblet.
room.
Are you
Anyone else
level
do
8,
that?
Dani?
Just drink really fun drinks out of fancy glasses. I don't think I'm level 8. I hope not.
I
If
think
I
I
am,
know
I
who
guess
it
it's
is.
fun.
There's only one of us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's it. That's me.
Hello, wide world out there. I am Damien of the he/him pronouns. I am playing Reginald Bellagamba, your Eladrin fighter, Rune Knight. And I will do a quick acknowledgement of Indigenous people. So, I acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which I'm playing from today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. We have Daniel from the land of Aotearoa, the Maori people, and from North America, we have people playing from the lands of the peoples of Fernandino, Tatavium, Hohokam, Tumakua Creek, and Turkey, and we pay our respects to Indigenous peoples all over the world. Hope, back to you.
Hi, and I'm Hope LaVelle. I'll be your dungeon master tonight. And I just want to say that recently we had our Misfits community game. And I just want to say thank you again to all of our amazing community members who played. It was a fantastic game. Everyone was so much fun to play with. We appreciate you. And we will be doing it again in 2 months, maybe 3. I haven't decided yet. But we'll be doing this on the regular, if you can call that a regular. But yes, we will be doing it again. We hope to see you there. We'll be sure to join our Discord to know for sure when it's going to happen. And with that said, I think that's everything. Let's roll our intro.
Hope sound.
Darkness is falling, through chaos fate is calling, your dreams are haunting you, nightmares becoming true, so will you stand and fight, will you survive the night, it's time to awaken and find the light.
We back.
So, recap. There was a battle with a Chaos Phoenix. It was brutal, it was dangerous, even with the help of 2 gods. We had some people go down, but luckily, with the power of teamwork, everyone made it out alive. And when the Chaos Phoenix died, it exploded, and in its wake was another Chaos Phoenix egg. This one, however, was uncorrupted, and when it hatches, all will be back to normal for Limbo, if Limbo has a normal. And Menyer-Og and Alseta had a chat, mostly Alseta, with the group, a very big heart-to-heart, about what they needed to get on the same page about some stuff. And through some very emotional moments, they, I think, made some headway. And in the very final moments, she took away her extra power that she had given to Kotatar, because she knew that she needed the help, but now it was time to take it back. And she unveiled the fact that she herself has a nightmare that she must face, and that is to face her sister, the Lady of Pain. And Nira saw in her mind, as she detected Alseta's thoughts, she saw the Lady of Pain, and it caused her to fall unconscious. Alseta left, leaving you all with Menurag in the chaos, eternal storm. What would you like to do?
Is it the kind of unconsciousness with death saves, or just fallen over?
Nira, give me a death save.
Right, let's heal Nira. Let's do that.
Let's go.
I am out of spell slots.
Of course, it wasn't before Daniel said that.
So.
Oh, no, you are?
Where was
Yeah, remember I used everything I had to make sure everyone was fully healed?
I've thrown my
Fair.
potions, so I've used all the potions that I have.
Don't worry. Where was? Hold on, my.
Natural 20! You can't
Oh
kill me, motherfuckers!
You cannot kill Nira. You cannot kill Nira.
Perfect.
Tell me what
I'm
this
not even
looks
here.
like, Nira.
Nira, laying there lifeless, growing cold. You can't kill me, motherfuckers! Big. She's big. There's lots, multiple. Notebook. She like pulls out a notebook and starts like drawing really quickly and crudely an outline of the Lady of Pain. So the big head, the red robe, just like all the spikes. And I'm trying to just crudely draw it for everyone real quick while it's like still fresh in my head.
Nira, you're
Oh.
pale. You fell over and then you got up again, and now you look like you're at death's door.
no,
What is this?
I did. I shouldn't have done that. You should. I should ask. I didn't ask, and I looked. We asked her, and I looked, and I think it's her sister.
Oh, so it has a sister. Oh, well, yeah, she did say that, didn't she? I'm sorry, I've been lost in thought. What does she look like? Is this her?
Yes. She has a head and some spikes, and a body,
It's a body.
and arms, and more spikes, and it's red,
More
and she looks like this.
Good lord! That is.
My God, that's a
But it's
beautiful,
really
perfect
good,
artistic
'cause
representation.
Nira
actually
has
very good at
better
drawing.
performance
Yeah.
than
I actually
do.
can tell what it is, which is amazing.
So,
I also wrote
Still
the
better than Kotatar.
because I didn't have any colors.
did you get the
Yeah,
name
good.
of the sister, or did we? No, I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, it's the Lady of Pain.
But, I mean, that's very poignant.
Um,
Lady
the-
of Pain.
Lady of Pain, did she look anything like that nightmare
She looks like this.
princess by any chance?
That doesn't
No,
look like
she.
her.
No, this was a
Nightmare
really big
princesses
lady
look
with lots of
nice.
spikes. I'm pretty sure if you saw this and she's like, "I'm a little girl," you would not a little girl.
Also, I'd be deeply disturbed and probably run away if they said that.
Well, I don't know what we can trust given that things can change into other things, but
It is true.
I'll take your word for it.
You ideally hope that this Lady of Pain isn't in cahoots with the Nightmare King.
Can I roll like a history check or anything to know if I know anything about her?
Sure.
Two for 5.
Balance.
I thought you were gonna say
You stop.
2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
No. 2 for
Um,
5.
Yeah, you have no idea who this is.
She
You're
scares me.
from Athrena. You have no idea what this other plane is.
I don't,
where
yeah.
she lives. Yeah.
Because
don't
of
like it.
my age, could I do a history check?
Sure.
Okay.
Could I roll a religion check based on the celestial cocoon David was in? Just see if it like pops into my mind.
Sure.
6.
Yeah. No.
Kotatar.
Well, this lady
13.
sounds painful.
That was a natural
nothing-
4, but I got the 13.
Oh my god.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, you don't know anything, David.
Oh,
Somehow David knows a lot about religion.
Reginald, as you call Kotatar's name, you see that he is looking up and around the storm. just taking it in. He does not
Hey.
answer you, though.
I will approach Kotatar. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
He just kind of looks at you with his typical frown.
So, I know we're all trying to think of the same thing here, but Lady of Pain, have you heard of that in your travels?
No.
Can't be good.
But also, as she said, that's her nightmare to fix.
Didn't we sign up to fix everyone's nightmare? Including hers.
If I had a preference, and if there was a cube, I don't think I would prioritize that one.
That's very true. I think she can handle herself.
That's the thing, Reginald. Do you really think so? We're 30 seconds later. The only Githzerai that exists is me, and Alseta is gone.
That was very strange. Maybe there is some reason she can't do it herself. Maybe it's the gods just being lazy and say, here, you do it. But perhaps with her sister, she can handle that one.
If she can't, I suppose the question is if we hear her voice on the wind again, we respond this time.
This is going to sound odd, but can I help you at all? Feels useless to even ask that, given what's just happened, but...
I need some time with my thoughts.
That I can do, my friend.
On a lighter note, though your blade did not strike purchase, I thought that initial move was a very brave one.
Thank you. It was a spectacular failure.
Yes, it was.
This thing is unwieldy. I really need to learn more. I need to train San Leon, I think.
Someone say my name.
Oh, San Leon, my friend.
By the way, since you're both here, what the hell does bestie mean?
You don't know what that means. Oh my
It's not exactly a gist to common translation either way, no.
Bestie is slang for best friend, or cherished friend, if you will.
Is that what you both believe that we are?
Even if it's one way, I do think rather highly of you, yes.
I think you're all my best friends. I mean, you're my only friends, but you're my best friends.
Well,
You know, though, Inca looks around again. Given what you've both been through and what you've seen, am I the only one that finds this all strangely beautiful?
you mean in a literal sense or a metaphorical?
Whichever means something to you.
Well, I mean, we did somehow come out victoriously against a literal being of primordial chaos. And in doing so, your people can rebuild. Then, of course, we thought that they were all gone. But actually... oh,
They're still floating, right, Hope? Like they're still like around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just like in like white cocoons, like white energy cocoons.
like stars, almost.
Mhm.
Little stars of potential. Just floating there. Specks of your
No.
history.
Sure. Though it feels hollow, this victory.
Go
I
on,
was so
tell me
sure
why
as
it's
we-
pessimistic.
Kind of looks at you. My hope actually was that we would come face to face with the Nightmare King.
Ah, I see.
At least some portion of him. Weaken him.
Well,
But the Phoenix was here all this time. Corrupted in this way.
in a manner of speaking, we did, didn't we? There was a powerful blast of familiar energy. I felt it didn't do anything to me, but I mean, Alseta herself said that she was set into some form of dark nightmare, and I mean, you knew the exact power that we've all felt before at the beginning of our haphazard journey. The same felt power. So perhaps we have weakened the king.
That's it, though. I don't know what to trust anymore. Alseta took this power from me, but I didn't really have time to understand what I gained, much less what I lost. On top of the fact that, well, you can recall when you found me when I was outside. I was wrong. I thought it was a temptation from the Nightmare King that I was planning to use against him.
You know what I know, and I don't know much. And maybe this is just ridiculous, but I think the Nightmare King's scared of us. I think we beat him. Well, Nira beat him. We beat him. He sent his champions. He sent other nightmares. He sent all kinds of things after us, and yet he's not coming himself. I think we'll be fighting so many things before and beating so many things before we actually find him. That's what I think.
In a way, he's booning us with the experience of his power. There are so many tricks he has, and yet we may see many of them and understand how to break through them by the time we even reach him. Unwittingly, the Nightmare King is his own downfall. You see, like suddenly on, like doing a really like flourish. And we, the Knights Errant, the most powerful of holy beings, will defeat him or some such.
Certainly.
Speaking of pessimism,
Yes.
Coach, sir.
let's get out of here.
Yes. Oh, do you want to see your husband again?
What do you think? And he floats over to Menurag.
Nah.
I do want to do something before we go. I didn't want to interrupt you guys' scene or anything, but if like the attempt is like, let's get out of here, there's definitely something I'd like to do.
It's not like let's leave now. So do you
Okay. Just while they're having that conversation, David kind of is just walking sort of away from them, but like just he's looking up at the buildings floating in the sky, all of the like people that are floating like stars is kind of they were talking about. And David is trying to kind of keep the fact that he's still very badly hurt kind of to himself, because he used all his healing on the others. But he's looking around, just kind of wiping away some blood, and he just looks up, and as he's looking at the stars, his eyes kind of become starlight as he's looking, and you just see him kind of tracing lines from like, and it's like creating sort of a faint like celestial line as he's like tracing people to buildings and like that, and it's creating these little constellations out of them. And he just like looks up at him like kind of like a star map that he's drawn from the buildings into the debris, and he just kind of takes this like affirmative, like self-affirming nod, and then walks back to join the party.
Can I do something in that?
Yeah,
Do I?
please join me.
Are you being
No,
stealthy?
I'm just no. I mean, I'm being super obvious as because like I'm not even paying attention to the world around me. I'm just
Good.
on my eyes are starlight. Yeah, so I'm doing that.
As you're almost finished doing this, like you can see that you're like completing the last ones. I walk up behind you and I'm just gonna be like, "That's beautiful." And you get 15 points of healing.
Oh. And when Nira heals David, it feels different than like normal magical healing. It's very much like when the Chalice version of Nira, like it just feels like an enchanted hug. And so like his eyes kind of snap back to normal and he just kind of smiles like, did you just force your way into a god's mind and then beat the consequences of your own volition again?
Yeah, I shouldn't. I'm probably not going to do that again. I'm 100% going to do that again, but I probably won't do it at the end. I'll do it on not a day we've done a lot of things.
Yeah, and next time I'll make sure that I save 1 ounce of potential to bring you back.
So, and she pokes you again and says, "What's that?" And you get 17 more points of healing.
That Nira.
I still have spell slots. I didn't do a lot.
You said 17?
Yes.
You said 17, but I got that Nira.
What's that?
I think that's potential, and I think
Okay.
that is future.
And Nira pulls out her notebook and starts on the same page and starts drawing like the little stars, the lines on it.
What do you think of Limbo? The place,
I like it here.
the essence. I do too.
Anything. You could do anything here.
I think that you all think that more than is true, but I also think that you can do anything anywhere, so who am I to say? But there's consequences to trying to do anything in a place like this. I don't know if you know what consequences are, but there's
never once in my life, because I've never done
No.
anything wrong.
No, you haven't. And you're amazing.
We're amazing.
Yeah,
I could
we
probably,
are.
I would not have done that if I didn't know you guys were here. I wouldn't have done
Yeah.
that mostly if I didn't know you were here.
I will not leave your side, Nira. So you continue to roll the dice, and I will continue to tip it over to
Keep
your favor as best I
Literally
can.
everyone alive the entire time.
Yeah, well, and like wipes some blood off of his nose. I think
Literally
we
the
should
only reason we're alive.
I think we should stay.
But I don't. And Nira kind of gets closer, a little bit conspiratorial. But okay. Do you think we could? We could.
I think we could. I think what better base of operations than around the people of such power, and they seem to be able to travel. Maybe.
Wait, you mean? I want to stay here forever. Like I want to go find out what that fire guy was and the water guy.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got work to do, but there's nothing on Prime that I call home. I mean, it's just thoughts. I see, and like I kind of like wave my hand over, and the star map that I kind of built like just shines brighter again, and I'm like, there is a beauty to all of this chaos, and I think that you are in a way pure chaos, and you are beautiful, so why not embrace this place? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, but I feel within me that I could help the Githzerai rebuild. I mean, rebuild their home, and then we could build a home here too.
We do need to go to one place first.
I think we can go anywhere. We can go
Well,
anywhere.
you said you don't have a home on the material plane, but you could come back with me anytime. So
Oh,
you gotta
I'm-
go back to the house. You gotta go back so you can meet everyone, so it can be your home. And then, but when we get there, we can make sure you have your own room.
And as I'm talking to you in this moment, like flickers of the voice that spoke prophecy earlier is kind of like, Nira, I'm not saying that we would never return. I'm not saying that we
Detect
should
thoughts.
stay here forever. I'm saying my thoughts.
Die
But
here.
as you're trying to listen into the thoughts,
Yeah.
you're
gonna-
probably taking maybe a little bit of psychic damage from the multiple voices that have kind of crept in.
And I'm dead again.
But it's no psychic damage.
I'm
But
alive
I'm just saying,
again.
there's just a cacophony of voices in there right now. And then it kind of just snaps back again. It's like, I'm just saying that whatever we decide next, we need somewhere to
Dunk.
travel from.
Nira's
That could be
hands
here.
go on both sides of your head. And it's like just kind of moving your head around. Probably backwards on the actual stream. Did you not feel that?
Feel what?
And she's gonna like poke you in the middle of the forehead. Dunk, dunk. You did the voice again. The prophecy. The not you.
I'm only me. Ever that I know of.
No. You are. I 100% don't believe that at all.
Okay.
That was not you. I could give you a taste of what that was, but that was not you. That was too many
You've
things.
got my
Too many
interest
things.
peaked. What do you mean give me a taste?
Okay. I'm going to, with prestidigitation, because that makes sounds. And I would like to use telepathic because oh no, I'm telekinetic. I'm not telepathic. I took the wrong one. Telepathic. That's the other character I'm obsessed with right now. Telekinetic.
LOL.
I can't read. I'm going to use message plays in someone's head. I'm going to use message and like just multiple voices just in your head, just saying just different things. But it's all Nira, so it's like it's like just weird noises because she can't say enough words fast enough.
I'll respond back. Okay.
Well, you're you now. There's just that
Okay.
you're you now,
All right.
and you were kind of
And
you
it-
then.
Yeah.
You
So
You don't believe me, do you?
Nira, I believe you.
Yeah, but
I
you don't believe me.
No, I mean, look, I have heard these things and I believe that something, nightmare, whatever, but I'm me. I'm not other me's. It's just not the case.
Do I need to roll an insight check? I want an insight check. I don't know if you're just Lee or you're just making it weird. Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've lost control of this.
Yeah, I have.
That's a 23. Detect thoughts
Insight.
lasts a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just say he doesn't think you're lying, but he thinks you're wrong. And the only thing that could be kind of hard about that is he doesn't usually think that.
Yeah, that's my big thing is I don't think David has ever not believed Nira, and Nira has said ridiculous things. Like there's a
Right.
15-foot rabbit behind that tree, and David's like, okay.
It is very much that kind of he believes you think that's what's going on. He doesn't think that's what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So he doesn't
You know, we should
think you're lying. He thinks you're wrong.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's what I needed. I just need to make sure you weren't acting weird. Because it was
I mean,
about
I'm
to
acting
escalate.
very weird.
You know what?
No.
I think we should go. We should get with everyone else and leave.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
Okay. Insight check.
I have 1 hit point. I just coughed up blood. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, that's it's a little bit awkward, but she is fucked up.
All right, so we'll walk back.
I heal myself a little.
Whilst that was going on,
1 hit.
Xenion walks over to Silva. Silva, how are you looking? What are you doing at this moment?
I'm everyone's talking, having conversations, and I'm kind of just sitting in this space and thinking. I'm looking thoughtful. I have like a sort of quill in my hand. I'm kind of just like rolling it around.
Seeing that, I just kind of inwardly, you wouldn't know that I'm thinking this, but I just kind of think, are we so quiet? And I just walk over and go, not fast enough, it would seem. As I kick. Are we floating or are we standing on something?
You're floating.
I kick an imaginary rock. Or a floating pebble, maybe.
Just
It's one of the bodies. Ow!
I was about to say the same thing. That's amazing.
well, it's easier to get ahead when you're cheating.
Oh. Come now, it's not cheating. We never specified.
I
the
swipe out my
rule
hand and
set.
I trip you.
I just spin with my arms like folded. We're floating, Silva. It's not. And then I just like write myself. Try to get me on solid ground.
Oh, I will. I will. You bet it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. You're never gonna see it coming.
Will I not? Are you dead certain I won't see that coming?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Mhm.
Percentage. Give me a percentage.
I've never been good with math. Like mostly sure.
Mostly sure. 70%?
Yeah. I just won't give you a clue. It's just gonna happen out of nowhere.
Well. Keep my eyes peeled. Literally there. That would hurt.
Do that.
I feel like something's changed here. Do you? I feel like the energy has changed.
Like the place around us or the group?
Why not both? But yes, the energy here as well.
Sure. I mean, feels like things are always kind of changing around us, you know?
Such
What's,
a wishy-washy answer.
Yeah. What's on your mind? What are you thinking?
It's a bit out the blue, isn't it? But, well, there's a lot of colours here. It could be blue, pink. Huh? There's some purple. It's out of this wish-wash of magical colour in this cosmic area that I find myself thinking about what Alseta said. She said that I was the nightmare's pick. The king's pick. But I noticed that I looked around and you didn't flinch at that at all.
What are you
Not a
what are you
couple things.
insinuating?
Insinuating? No, I would never. But actually, yes. So, the thing that I'm insinuating, hypothetically, are you worried that the Nightmare King is gunning for you?
I don't think, for me specifically, I don't think. It feels like, I don't know. Someone was saying earlier that was Reginald, of course. Reginald was saying that the Nightmare King was afraid of us, and I just have the really bad feeling that it's more like he isn't worried about us at all, and maybe we're just really small game.
I think there's a bit of truth to both. Put them together. I think that the Nightmare King wants to acquire us.
Like,
I think as vassals, as puppets, maybe possibly soldiers, whatever.
champions.
Yes.
I mean,
Maybe not champions, maybe just foot soldiers. I have no idea, but I
Maybe.
think that that's the long game.
well, how do you see that happening? How do you see that being possible? We'd have to either choose it or he'd have to control us into it. And I mean, you think we would choose it?
At this stage, no, I didn't think so. But this entity has a way of distorting reality, changing circumstance. I think it's only a matter of time before the Nightmare King uses some kind of guise or something to trick us, potentially, or maybe try and utilize what ties we have left to have leverage. There's so many ways that the king could potentially use against us, and I know this because that's what my father does.
You think that he's going to try to use our weaknesses against us?
Most certainly. He's already tried multiple times. And
Yes.
those times have had varying success. I mean, and I just kind of lean in. Everyone has a bravado here that they say, no, we won every time. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think we have. I think that we may have quenched bleeding here and there, metaphorically, put a bandage here. It's the war. It's not the battle. I think we're losing the war.
I agree. No, I agree. I agree a lot. San, how would the Nightmare King use your family against you?
You know, I think he already is. But It's a complicated one. He doesn't really need to do much other than just let them do what they're doing already. Maybe with a bit of a slap on the ass, so to speak. You know, a little encouraging push, but I mean, they're already looking for me.
Would he be able to? How do I say this? If the Nightmare King were using your family against you, what would he be able to do to get you to turn? Do you think you would know?
Sanion's paranoid. I'm saying this out loud as a player. So, with the utmost respect, I'm going to do an insight check on Silva.
Absolutely.
What
are you trying to insight or obtain from that?
Whether this information will go to the Nightmare King or not.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Oh, you think I'm a traitor? Uh-oh.
Going
Level
around.
8.
Paranoid.
Level 8.
Insight. 10. Not very good. Well, is it? Yes, it is. No.
I think what you read from Silva for this is she's just trying to figure out, like, we're talking about how the Nightmare King could turn us against each other. She's trying to figure out what he could do to get you to turn against us, because all that she's seen is that you don't like your family and you're afraid of them.
How do I put this? I haven't felt this for a while because I haven't been privy to it. I haven't been exposed to it, but my family has a hold on my psyche. Being around them, my will might hold up, but they have a way with words, and years of exposure to them, specifically my father, has left a scar on me. Multiple, in fact. And it doesn't take much for my family to open those old wounds. And although I don't know, now it's changed. I mean, the risk of getting sentimental. Gods forbid. Suddenly I just kind of looks at everyone, seeing Nira and David starting to walk back, seeing Kotatar probably looking contemplative or possibly walking over to Big. And so on, and Reginald. I don't know. I mean, we have a makeshift family here. I'm worried, Silva. Though. I mean, the words echo in my mind. If the Nightmare King wanted me as a champion or something similar, one of many, I'm sure, but that failed, at least for now. Well, the next possible pick would be my family, and they would easily submit. Easily. If they're vassals of the Nightmare King, as much as I don't want to, we might need to deal with them.
Will you be okay?
Part of me wants to rip my father's throat out. Part of me feels that I will succumb to some weird desire or rage or... I don't know. But I feel like we've have the greatest chance, or if I'm being selfish, I have the greatest chance of dealing with him now. Think about it, we've been talking to gods. Gods! The metaphorical beings that create whole continents, or if, the story is to be believed. And we just beat up a phoenix. We just beat up a giant, not just any phoenix, a phoenix made of incomprehensible elements that just change on a whim, and it screeches at you and you feel weird. Was that just me? Maybe that was just
I
me.
think that was just you.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I think we could.
Well, I really appreciate your positivity about that. And if it doesn't turn out that way, if we see your family and you don't quite know what to do, just get behind me and I'll shoot a couple blasts at them.
Oh, careful, I might trip you over.
Not if I get to you first.
But enough about me. What about you? Is it Oberon?
I think he tried that already. I think
Hmm.
the first time we saw him, he tried to be like, "Oh, I'll bring him back," and just know that if he did, this wouldn't be the world that. This wouldn't be the right world. This wouldn't be the same world.
So he'd probably be some weird corrupted version of himself or something weird. The vestige of nightmare power. It wouldn't be the same
Right.
person. Would it? I don't think so. Ugh. What
I
else?
just-
Anything else? But Oberon tried that.
Yeah. He tried Oberon. I don't really know if there's anything else he can taunt me with. I don't really have many more attachments,
What about that weird thing that you do when you attempt to cast magic?
Oh.
You think I didn't notice?
Well,
You get a bit
I hope.
not yourself.
It's hard to let go. I feel like when I cast magic, it's like I don't know how magic feels for you or for anyone else, but it feels like it's draining, and it feels like when I want to let it go, it doesn't want to let go.
Ooh, like it's clawing at you, like it's clinging.
Maybe.
That is not good. What are
No.
the specific feelings that you feel? This clinging feeling? Is it?
I guess it feels like hunger. I think
Well,
it does. I think I've seen hunger in your eyes, and I think that it feels the same way. I don't know.
well, that I do understand. That's a tough one. If it really is some form of forbidden hunger, my instinct now would be not to give in to that. It
How
could
do
cause
you not give into it?
consequences. Huh?
How do you not give into it?
Oddly, there are some ways. There are circumstances where it's near impossible to resist, but those circumstances are rare. The ways I try to ignore it is knowing that there are other forms of satiation that over time this one echoes away and becomes an echo. And the other hungers, the ones that, well, most people feel food, sleep, become more forefront. Though that hunger's always there. But I don't think about it all the time, and it's not always there in the front. So
Did it take a while to get there? I feel I'm afraid of using magic because what if I can't let go? What if it just keeps being hungry?
to answer the first question, yes, it took a while. I'm over 400 years old, Silva. But everyone's different. It doesn't mean that you're going to take decades. It could be just that you have an epiphany or some such. But for the hunger, fill it with something else. It's positive. Something that fills the void similarly. Something that, once you have that, you realize that the other hunger is inconsequential. At least most of the time.
Fill it with something positive.
Yes, I know. That kind of weird speak coming from San Leon, the 400-year-old blood-sucking piece of shit. But no, really, yes. Something positive. You need to. Otherwise... Like what? It could be anything. It could be some of David's cooking. It could be the fact that you look up at the stars and for a moment briefly forget about this tug that you have. Or it could be the wind in your hair. Anything and everything, if you focus on it, becomes positive so long as it's something that you live for. And right now, I know that you're keeping distant from everyone. You don't want to let people in or close to you, and you brush off things with jokes, or those classic wishy-washy non-answers that you have. But, and I know, look, this might seem a bit harsh, but hey, I'm 400 years old. I've kind of gotten over the whole soft thing. I know we're not Oberon. None of us are Oberon. But we're all unique and we're all here for you. And each other. And that's positive. That candy floss thing was quite nice.
Yeah, I mean...
Really
I
funny
guess
watching
if I
Toadstool.
can... I guess I can. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try.
It's
I'll
not
try
an
to take your
overnight thing.
advice.
It's never an overnight thing. But if you want to have a chat, and even if it's just some silly banter or potentially really trash-talking you the universe, I'm really good at that, by the way. Just
Okay.
come prod me in the ribs. Or trip me over. Either one really works. Don't get me on the broom, though. That hurt.
Noted.
That one. Yes, hitting a thatch roof with your head. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but... I think... As a changing lanes, I think I'm going to try and tell everyone that maybe we should... What do you think? Go and deal with the
Yeah.
family next. But I think we should have a rest first, though.
Yeah. I
A
don't
good
think
one.
David's gonna do well if he can't keep casting things. He's
Okay.
been holding us up long enough. He deserves a break.
Whew. We all do, but David, especially. Is Nira swaying? Either way, we should start walking back.
Okay. And I will get up and follow you back.
You did one of those stretches. Ooh, you getting old. Are you getting old? Is Silva getting old?
No, no. These young bones, they're so fine. They've got 400 more years, 300 more years before they get to your condition. God damn.
My condition. I'll have you know, I'm the spryest of anyone here. Look at this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh,
As I would like
I'm
to,
kidding.
because we're all coming together. As San Leon shows off, I will be prestidigitating the sound of cracking bones and joints. So when look what I can do, it just crack, 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 crack. Oh,
Oh, wait, did my body actually make that noise? I was joking. Oh, shit. Nira.
Oh.
You all gather up around Menyer-Og, and he looks down at all of you. So, you come back to Shraklor for a rest, yes?
Yes.
And without saying another word, he holds up his hands, and once again the white energy comes, and you start to see the eternal storm phase away from your sight, perhaps for the final time. And around you appears Shraklor. And on the outside of Shraklor, out in the distance, all of the floating city pieces sit, waiting to be pieced back together like a puzzle. And all of the people are no longer there. For Menyer-Og has sent them somewhere safe. And you are back in Shraklor. What would you like to do?
Duh.
Do you want to go first? You can.
Do they have baths here?
Of course. We have many of them in the monastery.
Can we go, please?
Sure.
Why don't we go to sleep first?
Okay. What do you think, Kotatar?
I'm not sure. I think I have a concussion.
You're not sure about something?
Because I believe I have a concussion.
David
Have
will
a
stay
medical
awake
check-up?
to make sure Kotatar doesn't have a concussion. He will not regain hit points or spell
Do-
slots.
do-
Just do this.
Do-
One level of exhaustion.
No, 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 no.
I've got a concussion. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Kotatar will take out a familiar sending stone. My starlight, we are safe. We are headed back home. It seems, at least for now, the threat is over. But there are still many questions to be answered.
Get a response that says, "I'm so glad you're okay. Rest up, I shall find you in the morning."
How do you all feel about some tea before bed?
Tea
Oh,
sounds good.
I love tea. Did I mention I love tea?
Never.
Yeah.
Starts walking down the street.
As you start walking down the street, you start to notice that there's a different type of energy in the air. almost like a weight has been lifted. And people are coming back to life almost. The city of Shruklor doesn't feel. It is a military city, but yes.
Sorry to interrupt. One last thing. Is Minyor Og still there?
Yes, you appeared before his temple, and he's about to head over to it.
Okay. As he starts to walk, he'll kind of half spin around. God King, are you aware that for the most part, as awful as things were here, most, if maybe everyone, didn't know you were gone? After all, to most, you are but a myth.
And may it stay that way.
He just nods and keeps walking.
Manurog disappears.
None your business.
What would you like to do?
Start walking to the monastery.
Okay, this is the monastery that's your home, or the tea
Yep.
house, or okay, oh, you're
Yep.
gonna have tea at your house.
Correct.
Okay, all right. You
David
make it
wants to
back.
try to punch the door open.
As he goes to do it, like, do you just kind of like side swipe Kotatar like right in
As
front of him?
Like, Kotatar, I got this one. And then just break his hand.
Still
Why?
works.
It works. It does work.
Yeah.
If you
It
make
does
contact,
work.
yeah.
I look towards Nira like, ow! And also, did you see that?
No, you see Nira's like just in her notebook, just writing.
What's that, Kotatar? I think Zoom got you.
Yeah, Zoom got me, fam. It's a
Damn.
problem when you have this bassy ass Kotatar voice.
You scream Duval so loud at it so frequently.
You're not wrong. We should really work on your form. And I think, Daniel, you weren't here for this particular episode, because Kotatar leads you down essentially an alleyway of this like floating brick, and it doesn't appear to be anything. And then this like small sigil of like yellow kind of swirls into existence as David nearly breaks his hand and punches it. And there's a large kind of swirling motion as this almost like astral projection collection of constellations move into place, and then a large double door opens into what appears to be like a small like yellow studio initially, at least, with some like almost like tatami like bedrolls on the ground, and a set of stairs that seems to go off to the right to somewhere, as well as a kitchen to the right, which is where Kotatar begins to head to. And there are no cabinets. There seems to be like a stove, and he seems to like reach up into just the air, and his hand like disappears, and you see him come out with this like his hand is covered in this red flame. He reaches out another, and it comes out with a purple flame, like that kind of flashes blue, and then he places it together like almost like with a clapping sound. And as he slowly just moves his hands away, there is a large circular like liquid that's kind of spinning in the air. And he has his hands out empty, flips it down into a collection of mugs. Bing, 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 bing on his fingers. Places it down. Pokes the bubble, and it collection of red, blue, and purple. And you see that as the liquid lands, it is on fire. All 1, 2, 3, whatever. I'm not a math guy. And he walks over and begins to hand out like red to David and Senleon, blue to Nira and Silva, and then he has one for himself and one for Reginald that are purple.
David leans back towards Silva. For a guy who certainly doesn't want to care about stuff, he sure had a pretty artistic flourish, huh?
She just like takes a big old sip.
Good
Pinkies
backflip
out.
next time.
Yep, same thing. How was it?
I have a question for all of you. 2 questions, actually. What is your favorite memory? And what is your favorite flavor of tea?
Shall I go first?
Yes, I'll go second.
My favorite memory, it's an odd one because it kind of meshes, but it's sitting on any roof that we shouldn't be sitting on and looking at the stars and having conversations. It's normally Kotatar, but sometimes it changes to other friends as well. But the memory is kind of like a weird amalgamation of just that feeling of, and then it darts between people that sometimes talk to. The flavor of tea would be a sort of herbal, almost chai-like.
As you taste the chai, and that flame sort of engulfs like your face as you ingest the tea, that is what you see. You see that memory for just a moment, holding on to it as you drink it.
Memory tea. Memory tea.
Yes, oh, my favorite memory. I have a few, but I think my favorite memory was the day I met Silva. She'd just come to the town with her father, the new jewelsmith. She was so young, so little, with her sister. And I tried to talk to her, and before I could even get a word out, she just booped me on the nose. Just booped me on the nose. I've always remembered that moment. My favorite flavor, likewise, is actually plum, because I remember the plums blooming beautifully that day.
I'll go if you're completed. Okay, yeah, you're completed. The tea is not tea; it's hot chocolate. Let's be clear about one thing: it's not going to be tea for Nira. It's not going to be healthy. And the memory is her last Winterfest with her family and going to hunt for the worm. And if you want to know more about that, you need to turn in next week.
Fucking what?
God damn.
Wow, well fucking played. Amazing.
Good plug.
All right. So David's memory is him sitting by himself in a very kind of cabiny looking small hovel area, and walking behind him is someone who looks like the female version of David with a bit of a bob haircut, a little bit older than him, and about the same size, and she comes up wordlessly, and you see her hand him a journal, a book, and as he takes it and smiles warmly at her, the very end of that memory, the image flickers, and it looks like Nira. Just at the end, and his favorite flavor is a peach oolong tea.
Silva's favorite tea is a sort of chamomile, orange peel, strawberry blend that she would make from the herbs and everything outside of her cottage. And she has a lot of good memories, but the one that this tea brings up is of the cottage. And she has this memory of Oberon just like jumping from like beneath the covers and just be like, "Wah!" and like scaring her. And then them just both collapsing into giggles. But then it sort of shifts to that same place in the cabin and seeing the party all around her with cotton candy floating from around the room because Nira had just basically exploded a big ol' bag of it, and everyone is laughing and eating this cotton candy. And she can almost smell that sweetness in the tea.
Everybody but me?
And Hope, but
Yeah, I kind of want to know Hope's answer now.
Yeah, what's the Nightmare King's tea?
The
Hope?
Nightmare King's just like,
Wait, you're not invited. Seats
This-
taken. No Nightmare Kings allowed.
this stars and feelings feels very vulnerable.
I know, right?
Kotatar's groove.
I'll start with his flavor first, which is
An
Wait,
uppercut.
your Zoom got you.
Zoom got me again.
Quiet again. Yeah.
I'm trying to say something profound.
Little Duval and you'll be fine.
Is a like dark green matcha style tea, little bitter, little bite to it, super hot, and what he sees is, because I think we've mentioned this before, he's been to the Elsewhere before for this. Kotatar and Makiak surrounded by untamed chaos, a day to themselves, as they both realize at the same time that they were trying to propose to each other at exactly the same time, amidst the chaos, thunder, fire, and all of the elements.
Oh.
As they kiss and he takes a sip.
You guys sit and enjoy your tea and your memories and each other's company. And you guys may have conversations if you wish, but it is also time for a very long rest. Daniel.
Let's talk in the morning.
I want to hit that button.
Do we? Yeah, actually, do we want to have the conversations in the morning, or
Yeah, I hit the button.
kind of like a?
The button's been hit.
All right, so we've had the.
You're
How
went
long
to
was
sleep.
I'm gonna put-
No one's talking to me.
All right, fair enough.
As we're sort of waking up, maybe we've gotten up and. David, do you think you'd be cooking, or who would be cooking now?
I think that David might talk to Kotatar, not like have a conversation or anything, but I think he would have woken up early, and I'm sure Kotatar was already up, like meditating or exercising or something, and be like, "This is your house, so let's do it your way. But can you teach me how this kitchen works, and then I think he would probably try to have Kotatar help him make breakfast in this magic kitchen of imagination.
Important question: is Makiak home?
He has not entered
Yes.
yet.
Hmm.
But we should have some breakfast waiting for when he does.
I was expecting him already. But given his occupation, it is not strange for him to be a bit tardy. So, two options come to mind, David. I could certainly teach you, or we could go into the monastery proper, outside of our chambers, and you can perhaps, if you would like, see how we do breakfast in Limbo as our people, with our people.
David opens his mouth and does a scream at such a high decibel that maybe only Nira could hear it.
Everybody?
Why? I
I
was
do have
sleeping in.
speak with animals, so
To join us for breakfast. I like if you wake up, I'm like,
What? Why did you yell so loud? Ow.
gonna get Githzerai breakfast.
What is it?
I don't even know. I'm so excited. It probably involves some level of violence.
You say that.
I opened your
that's-
door and broke my hand with a punch. It stands to reason.
It's only
I
because you're
think-
really shitty at it.
I think maybe that's
Also,
what we should do.
yeah. Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you. for
okay.
the
I'll bring-
invite. I don't.
Let's go fight some breakfast. I mean, let's go fight some breakfast.
You just hear a voice, David, coming from behind you, just saying, No, that's just Kotatar being Kotatar.
Spinning back fist.
Catches in hand.
Just kidding. I would not.
big
I would not try to hit.
kick.
Makiak
Natural
steps
20.
in,
Oh my god!
having
Oh my god!
opened the door.
It's Makiak. Everyone, can you see? It's
No,
Makiak.
just go to. You're asleep, Reginald.
Reginald, when
Shush.
did you wake up? We
I
see
can
him.
see it's Makiak.
Now everyone's awake.
Hmm?
I'll look to Kotatar and I'll just be like, maybe a rain check on breakfast, and I'll walk. I'll give him a moment.
Reginald, how are you so
yeah.
excited? It's so early.
Oh, it's Makiak. It's Makiak.
Come on, we're sitting in the
It's
other room. Give them
Makiak.
some space. Space.
We should go make coffee, Reginald. Not in this room.
No,
Not
I've got something more important to do.
No.
Makiak,
No.
Makiak. Can I
grab
talk?
I
him
will
by the
cast
back.
polymorph on Reginald if I have to.
You can. I'm still gonna try and talk to Makiak.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cast
try to drag him-
polymorph
Okay.
on Reginald.
Reginald, give me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm good at that.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I just woke up. I have to roll something.
Mm.
All right.
What does that even mean?
What that mean? What that mean? Oh no! Everyone's got new secrets.
It does not take a genius to know, Reginald, that
Oh, that's good because I'm not.
by the look on Kotatar's face, you should give him a moment.
All right, let me go. Makiak. Okay. Yes. Coffee. Okay. And I go get my coffee.
Yeah, I'll like grab your
coffee.
hand and drag you towards like the kitchen. I'll say, "Leave the lovebirds alone."
The spell goes back into his hand.
David, you should help them. I don't trust his coffee. Stanley and I will go find firewood.
All right. Come on, Nira. Let's go find some firewood.
You don't need firewood when you can create it with your mind.
Let's go find some firewood to give you two a moment.
Not enough room in that kitchen. We'll be back.
And as everyone, so stupid. exit stage left. He'll
Play
stand
it
up
cool, guys.
and slowly walk over and embrace Makiak without a word. Kiss him on the forehead. And sort of place his hands on his shoulders. Is this the kind of stress that you're always under? And before he answers, he gives him a big kiss.
Aww. He just smiles in return and he says, I'm so proud of you. You did it.
I don't feel very proud. There's a lot that I'm wrong about.
Then let me feel proud for you.
I don't know why you're asking permission. You were going to do it anyway. But considering where last I left you, how is that strange island of gnomes?
Halflings, darling. And
Sure.
they're fine. The chaos magic has subsided. Everything feels like it is righting. It is
Okay.
stable. So I can be home.
With my passive perception, can I see if anyone is being sneaky?
Yeah. Let's see. What's your passive?
My passive perception is 23.
Okay. Is anybody being sneaky?
Sneaky is in like watching you guys or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Like
yes,
peeking
yes,
around
yes.
the corner
Yep.
or something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, I'm
Oh,
having
Silva.
a conversation with
Yep.
San Leon.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sneaky.
Silva's like, Silva's kind of nearby, like look a little fidgety.
Because the only hiding place that you all are aware of is essentially the stairs.
Yeah, David didn't realize that was even a thing they were doing, so he's in the back making coffee by himself because he's not about to interrupt. It's like, where are they?
Hey, I really hate to interrupt this, but I feel like it's a really good time. I have a gift for you two, both of you two. I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay. Continue on with the rest of your moment. Bye. And I'll just like leave the room very awkwardly, dropping a piece of paper into one of your hands.
A piece of paper? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kotatar will grab it.
Cool. Are
Do
you
you
reading
look
this
at
right
it?
now, or you
Yeah.
want
Is it? I was gonna say, is it unfurled? Is it just open? Like, what's the sitch here?
You know, it's been
It's
fidgeted with. Like it was like rolled up, and it's like definitely been like squished a little bit.
He'll, with a bit of like a confused look, he'll open it.
Amazing. You find 8 lines written on this piece of paper, and it says Kotatar's North on it. And it says, I will always find you. When I look upon the stars, 1,000,000 years I'll wait for you. My thoughts forever far. The sun shines brighter in my dreams, for that is where you are. Your starlight's eyes will always seem to find their northern star. Is a little poem for both of you.
Why am I never in the room when Silva does cool shit?
And the thing about this piece of paper is it was not just like a full sheet of paper. It looks like it was like ripped out of a book. There's like a perforation, like a tear on one side, and the rest is just like kind of aged paper.
Kind of looks over at where you were before you ran out again, and looks to Makiak. The term "strange bedfellows" doesn't even really cover it.
Makiak takes the letter or the paper, and it lifts into the air, and then images start to dance upon the paper as the words turn into images. And then right above the door, the words become etched into the wall.
Price goes,
Aw.
show off.
That's like putting it on the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alphabet letters.
Yeah.
And then you hear from the other room, "Thanks for letting us stay at your place."
yes, thank you.
Seen all of it yet?
Right, they haven't. And Makiak will he smiles at you and says, "So I heard there was going to be breakfast?"
Well, I thought I would offer to show them the, feels strange to say facilities. There's not really a cafeteria word in Gith.
The breakfast fighting pits.
The breakfast fighting club.
Goodbye, everyone. I officially, once again, hate it here.
Rule number 1, you do not
Rule
talk
number
about
1.
scrambled eggs.
Don't talk.
I already have a concussion. No.
Oh.
David comes in with these coffees. Looking at Silva and Reginald. What the
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Out. Oh.
Oh, good.
It's like, if you don't mind, outside, Nira is telling Stanley on everything that happened with David.
Oh.
Don't say. Really?
I mean,
Oh,
I did just say that. I just said
Oh,
it all.
well,
And then he also said those things. But the voice got like a little, like it was David, but not David, then David and not David. And then I listened into his head and it was too much and it hurt. And then it was gone. And then he said he believed me, but he didn't believe me. And David has never not believed me.
oh,
I'm not
that's
saying that he
strange.
should always believe me, but that would be one of those things that you would expect him to believe. He believed that there was a like 8-foot tall bunny behind a tree, like a shrub one day. And I mean, but I just because he believes me.
Yes, of course. You think that maybe something is not him inside of
Yes.
his mind or something?
Yes,
Have you tried You can read minds. I mean, you just.
I just did. I said I listened in and it hurt real
Yes.
bad.
Have you tried maybe reading his mind when he's asleep?
No,
Hmm.
I just decided to read his mind for the first time today, just without asking.
Oh. Ooh. Interesting.
But I feel
Well,
like when your voice changes and you start talking about like a demon, it's just like, or I don't know what was in there.
Well, there's all those prophecies, right? It was all the prophecies and things. That was all very strange when I heard that. And yes, the voice sounded odd. I just
Yeah,
figured
it-
it was a conduit or something, you know?
Well, something's in there, or something's using him, and we gotta figure
Mm.
out what it is, because I don't appreciate them using my friend.
Let's spy on him.
Yes, we'll get little outfits.
Yes. Oh, I've always
This is
wanted
perfect.
to get a 2-piece.
Okay, we're gonna get like black pants and like
Mhm.
black tops that go up to our necks
Yes.
and little hats. And we'll
Can
hide in the shadows and we'll figure out what's
Bow ties.
happening to David.
Bow ties? I want a bow tie. I'm
Okay,
wearing
yeah,
a bow
I mean
tie.
it's okay. I mean I said a turtleneck, and turtlenecks and bow ties I don't think go together, but I guess they can.
Mm. Well, you tell me if it doesn't. Hold on.
I mean,
Actually-
that's why I wanted to pull you outside. I didn't want David to know I was telling you.
You know, why I've got you, we should do a jam session some point.
Yes.
Like right now, apparently. All right.
Oh, actually, we
And-
probably shouldn't right now. I'm sure that
No.
everyone's gonna leave soon, and I don't want them
That's true.
to
yes.
feel uninvited. We should next time we sleep. We should end the night with a very nice jam session.
Oh, that would be great. I don't play as much anymore, so it would be good to stretch those limbs again.
We'll make it work. And spy. You'll help me spy, and I'll get you back. You'll help teach me how to be sneakier, and I'll help you get back into music.
Well, okay. Number one of being sneaky, right? I think you've got it down pat. You know what it is?
Be low to the ground.
Be invisible.
Oh, I could do that.
You can do that? Oh my goodness.
I could do that. And
That's
this
crazy.
is gonna go real well for us. There's no way that this is gonna go bad. David's gonna find out.
No way at all. As long as you're invisible, everything will be all right.
You're right. I feel like that's when they call him out. Hi, friends.
Just David behind them with coffee cups, like
No. That's why I said we were going outside. I
know. There's no way.
Nira was thinking.
I
with
want
the
to see
big
this
brain
play out
today.
so much.
I think with the general merriment happening, Kotatar will look at Makiak and say in Gith, I think the explanation of my disappointments can wait.
Disappointments about what?
Once we entered the Eternal Storm, all I could see in my mind was the face of the Nightmare King. And though we encountered this corrupted version of the Chaos Phoenix that lives within the Eternal Storm, that quite frankly is the storm, it just felt shallow. While I also recognize, of course, that our people are safe and we will rebuild as we always have. Just feel like we're no closer to resolving all of this. Well, I guess I couldn't wait. Because now you know.
I understand. You do not have to go through with this if you do not wish.
That's what I'm stuck on.
We have Limbo. Limbo is safe now. You saved it. And if you want to stay and forget the rest of the worlds out there, then so be it. You can stay. With me. With your friends. You can make that choice. But I have a feeling that even you wouldn't let yourself be so selfish. And that is not selfish in a bad way. It is a selfish of self-love.
Something I could probably practice.
Yes.
Did you know I knit now?
He just looks excited.
Kind of
And
motions over to the scarf that Silva's wearing.
you made that.
Better at it than David. And he taught me.
And he'll just look at you with the biggest puppy dog eyes and say, "Where's mine?"
Got him.
They haven't made fabric pretty enough for you yet.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
So David, unlike with Nira and San Leon, actually is behind them holding cups of coffee when he heard that. And just like, but he knows it's true. He's like, actually, he hands cups of coffee to the two of them and has his own. And he goes, actually, I was thinking about a way that it doesn't maybe have to be one or the other.
That was
Is
only
that-
gift, by the way.
Oh, I had an idea that has nothing to do with anything you said.
Nice save.
I think that there's a possibility that we don't have to separate the two of you to do what we're trying to do, or not that you'd even think about not coming with us, but we could stay here as a kind of a base of operations. Like, you've traveled to the prime material from here, right? We did, through portals that you knew would bring us here. What if we take some time, help rebuild Shrock lore, and like, I don't know about you, I am sick of just holding our breath and jumping into a portal and then that's what our next thing is. I want to know more. I want to know why the Nightmare King is doing this. I want to know how the Nightmare King is doing this. The Nightmare King isn't a god that I can sense, or maybe he is, I don't know, but even gods have followings, right? There's got to be something, someone's who helped facilitate this moment. We didn't just stumble on the beginning and end of the Nightmare King's plans. Something had to set that up. And we have a literal army here. We have magic users and some of the most powerful thinkers I've ever met, and we're in limbo, and I can feel it coursing through my veins that this is where I belong to. It's not, I've never felt like I belong. I know that the prime for you, Kotatar, must feel horrible with the majesty of all of this. I didn't know that I didn't belong there until I came here and learned, what if we continue to do what we've been trying to do, which is stop the Nightmare King and right some of these wrongs, but we got to sleep somewhere at night. We got to find a place for rest. Why not here? Let's do research. Let's figure out our next step. I can see what this place was, is, and could be all at once. Let me help. Let us help. And you don't have to leave, and you don't have to give up on the mission of helping others. We can do a form of both. Anyway, yeah, you're a better knitter than I am, and I taught you. I get it. That's fine. Cool. Whatever. You're really
Who's a better knitter?
good. Him. God, get out of here, San Leon. I mean, come here,
Just go
San
walk
Leon.
out
What
the
do you
door.
think?
We thought we were waiting for everyone outside.
Were we?
I thought we were
wasn't.
going to go.
You
I
kind
was
of,
waiting for everyone outside.
Are we all coming back inside? What's going on?
I'll poke my
Peek my
head in and go like, "Are we going somewhere?" So just to
I don't know what's
prompt.
happening.
we don't
What did
need
I-
to.
Nira, we're not
No,
going
no
anywhere
cafe.
apparently.
Oh, I thought we were going to the breakfast
We
fight club.
are.
We are? What?
Bike club?
He presses a hand on the wall that's opposite of the door, and you hear a loud and as the door opens, immediately the smell of eggs, sausage, bacon, pancakes, and a sweet smell you can't quite put your hand on. Put hand on? Nose on? Sure. Beckons from the door. Being married to an anarch has its advantages.
Well,
As far as kind of motioning to David, I appreciate your empathy. It's always been the best part of you.
Makiak kind of pulls Reginald aside,
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
and Makiak looks at him and says, "I can sense you wish to talk to me."
Oh God, am I that obvious? Yes, could we talk in private?
You just hear, yes.
We all knew. Everyone here knew.
You only said
And-
his
Level
name
8.
17 times.
Had to drag
Makiak
you away.
presses his hand against another wall, and it opens up into like a dark room, and he steps into it,
I will follow.
and the door closes. You find yourself in like a study, warmly lit, and he says, "Speak your mind."
Oh my God. Well, yes. Hi, I'm Reginald. You probably know that. I just wanted to say, I've never met anyone as amazing as you. You literally kept the world together with your mind. I am in such awe of you. How do you do that?
It is just what I do.
This might be a bit forward of me, but can you teach me some things?
What sort of things?
Well, I feel lost. I felt lost for a long time. And then I came here, and I was even more lost. But then everything seemed to make sense. This place, my place in the world. And then I met you, and your power, but the way you use your power for good in a purely humble way is something I've never seen before. And the beauty of this place has almost brought me to tears at times. Please, I would like to learn from you. Can I be your pupil?
He thinks for a long moment, And then he touches your forehead, and a little glowing light seeps in and disappears. And he says, I can guide you as you wish. If you make an oath to me that you will use what I teach you to save worlds, to save people, to bring down that which needs to be brought down. Do you pledge this?
He draws the big two-handed longsword that he's been struggling with all this time, and he pledges it down in front of him. He says, I, Reginald Bellagamba, pledge to defend all planes under your guidance, and pledge to be the best hero I can be, and not look out for myself, but for others in the planes. I am in your service.
Then rise, Paladin of Makiak. And with that, the door opens, and he walks out and joins the others.
Reginald walks out with a little glow.
You do.
I was just going to ask if he looks any different.
He may not notice it, but the energy that went into him radiates through his body. And Reginald, you are now level 9.
There you go.
Yay!
So, you all head towards the breakfast. You enjoy each other's company. It is a moment of bliss, a moment of healing. San Leon?
For eating. I go, so this is marvelous food. And now for something very depressing, potentially stressful. Oh, that's a good sausage. Let's kill some vampires.
Real quick, a note on the food. When you all walked in to this chamber, you did see several kind of almost like classic cafeteria, like several long tables, actually like really like comfortable different like areas. But there is that smell that you don't see like the food initially. It's a bit confusing. But as like Kotatar Makiak go and grab like what looks to be like a plate, and they look at the plate, and the food just appears.
David digs his hand to an empty bowl and pulls out the colorful goop that is in the movie Hook.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Okay.
Always
Just
wanted to
to
try
add
that stuff.
context.
Anyone
It's
else?
weird.
Oh yeah, plates full of desserts and candy and
Mhm.
and little treats and. What's on San Leon's plate?
What's in something else? Blood put no.
Kevin.
It's sausages. It's there's a bit of bacon, eggs, and of course some toast that he uses to wipe up the plate at the end.
Silva.
Ooh. It's like a spicy breakfast. Like there's some spicy sausage and like eggs, but like there's like like it's a hot sauce all over the eggs.
Nice.
And just like a really like toasty kind of like bagel. It's got everything seasoning on it. I mean, obviously, who knows what's
Yeah.
actually in the everything bagel seasoning of this world, but it's got no kick in it. We got a spicy breakfast.
And
A yogurt parfait with granola
Mhm.
and like cut
Healthy.
fruit.
Classic.
Reginald.
Reginald goes to find the finest wine and the finest cheese, but then stops himself, thinks for a minute, and then just grabs some bread and butter.
Just some mid-tier foie gras.
Mid-tier frog, right? Yeah.
Second highest shelf
that makes sense.
wine.
Yeah, go.
Just
Yeah.
starts to go
Reginald.
down a shelf.
Reginald, as you're doing that, Sion just like side eyes what you've got and just puts a bit of the bacon and egg on half a piece of toast and just puts you in your plate without a word.
Reginald just gives you a side eye and a very warm smile.
Growing paladin's gotta eat. So, business. Just for the future. Who wants to kill some vampires? I do. Vote.
I made you a promise, didn't I?
But
You did.
that wouldn't kill. That would not including you though, right?
Yes, include. No, of course. not.
Yes, we're
Of
taking
course.
everyone at last.
Oh, of
Roll
course, yes.
initiative.
Right now. Draw my blade.
Silva's trap.
Wait,
thought it was
someone's
just a
smiling
gift.
way too
It's a
happy.
bomb.
Running into my plan all along.
Silva is Machiavellian.
I was thinking-
Machiavellian. Good. I made a pun. You got
Oh my god, you made a pun!
Oh!
You made a pun! It's a season finale!
Season finale. I had to do it.
End the show now. End it. We're done. We're done. End it now.
And that's a
Sorry,
series
Duval.
wrap on Jacob.
Good night, everybody. See ya.
Jacob's,
Coach Dani
Jacob's
will
favorite
not be
split.
back. He's staying in
A
limbo.
character arc.
In all seriousness, though, I've seen what's happened here, and hey, you want to get to know the real me, right? And you see that Sanlion was like really putting on a show, but you can tell that's just kind of melting away like a wet cake. And I have a suspicion that my family is already under the sway of the night making. I don't know how or why or what, but there's just this feeling. I think it was because of what Alseta said to me, and it's going to eat away at me for a while.
About the Nightmare King choosing you.
Yes. Well, I
have to
refuse.
apologize. I wasn't paying attention because I was nearly about to destroy this, and he holds up the instrument essentially.
What is it?
I said
What's
a
the
lighthouse
instrument,
last time, so
Jacob?
I'm gonna say a lighthouse again. Suck it, Lee.
You all eat your breakfast, and the words of San Leon kind of fall into everyone's mind as you fill with good food and enjoy the moment. And somewhere else, far away, there is a man standing in shadow. Very tall and well-built man. You cannot see his face. And I hate you guys. He simply
Sorry.
says, "So, that's it then. You'll take away my nightmare if I take away the boy." And in front of him is a little girl with long black hair, bare feet, and golden eyes. And she says, "Together, we'll bring them down." And that is our adventure for the year.
Absolutely,
little girl.
Let's go. I knew you had a one more
Yes.
thing, Steve Jobs.
The boy.
What boy? Who boy? Where's the boy? We gotta find him.
Thank you everyone who played. Thank you everyone who played.
Can we just hang out? I don't want to sign off.
I guess.
Everyone
stopping.
who watched with us, even through some of the technical difficulties, thank you for watching live. We appreciate you. Check it out on YouTube if there were any issues that you missed, if you missed any parts. Thank you to everyone who listens on our podcast. We appreciate you. We love we're almost up on our year anniversary, and we thank you all for this huge
Man,
ride.
this is the longest 7 episode actually.
Right? This is all in one long session 0.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank goodness.
yeah.
Please join us next week for a very special episode run by
can't wait.
April. I'm so excited. It's going to be
I'm
so
so
much
ready to
fun.
go.
And
We're
then
gonna be
we'll take
kobolds.
We're going to take a break after that for the holiday, and then we'll be back in the new year. I think on the 3rd. We'll see. I forget.
Yeah,
but yes.
I think we'll be back on the 3rd of January. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
if it
not
works
taking
for
a
play.
long break between 1 and 2.
We can't handle it.
We can't. We need to hang out with each other. So,
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll miss you too much.
My friend, I see you've changed your face. My friend, what gave